Mike, what are you eating? That looks amazing.
Oh, this? It's just a delicious Elsinore burrito from El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Is that nacho cheese sauce and hot Cheetos?
Nacho cheese, hot Cheetos, and their mouth-watering carne asada. And I'm dipping it in their creamy guac.
Creamy guac. Yum.
Giggity.
I guess this is a great time to remind everyone that if they're ever in the Inland Empire area, visit Ray at El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Yeah, totally. Check them out on Facebook.com/Ranchito Elsinore.
Or on their Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
Now I want me some Elsinore burrito and some of that creamy guac.
Giggity.
I can always give you some of my creamy guac, Jake. Just ask.
El Ranchito Taco Shop, Lake Elsinore.
More than just great Mexican food.
It's hilarious.
I'm Jake.
Wingardium Leviosa.
It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Stop it, Ron.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
What the fuck just happened?
At least 5 people know what just happened.
Exactly. So, welcome back. We had ourselves a little break because me and Allie were on vacation and we were out of town. But we had, oh Lord, and we are back with a vengeance. My name is Jake. I am a assistant service director / advisor. And I was supposed to have a friend here tonight, but stay tuned. That'll happen next week.
Ooh, teaser.
And to my... Oh, right. I just caught the hint. Yes, Eric! All right, hold on. Ready? Okay.
I'm sure the listeners loved that
I know.
super
I'm sorry.
loud noise
I'm
in their
sorry,
ear.
guys.
Beverage.
It's nice to be
I
back.
want to know how many of you listeners were shouting at Jake as I was doing that, telling him to shut the fuck up and crack open.
Wow.
I don't know about this one.
Allie, that was disgusting.
That was you.
Don't
Mine's more
lie to
my
our
pitch.
Wasn't it? Was you? I watched you do it.
Okay, it was me.
Thank you. Don't lie to our listeners. So, you know who I am. To my left is Mike Sarah.
Hi, my name is Mike Sarah, Senior Master Technician, Shop Foreman, Transmission Technician. To my left is the fabulous Eric Montenegro.
So fabulous.
What's up, bitches? Tis I.
Tis you.
Tis I, Eric Montenegro. Heavy line technician, Ford Motor Company. Going on 5 years.
Sexy as hell, too.
Ooh.
Oh, so sexy.
Stop it. And acting shop foreman.
What?
Unofficially.
Oh, we used to have one of those.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Michael.
Let me know how that works out for you.
To my
Hey,
left.
you're going to be service manager soon.
Right. And to my left
Hi, Daniil.
is the woman whose carpet matches the drapes.
What?
Leopold.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What's up, guys? It's me. I'm the warranty administrator of this show. In case you didn't know what you were listening to, this is Customer States Podcast. I don't think we mentioned that. So
Jacob, you did forget.
Hi, it's Customer States.
People may not realize what they're listening to. What do you talk about on Customer States?
well, we talk about just about everything in the automotive industry.
That's
Just about everything.
good to know.
Hashtag sell the bell.
And all the tangents.
Oh, many tangents. Yes, of course.
You're here. Come on. You know you're here for the tangents.
I think most of our listeners are here.
Yes.
For tangents. But
Which we'll be getting to after these tangents.
And now for these tangents.
So,
Speaking of tangents. Oh, damn it. Oh, my God. Oh, Eric. Hashtag sell the bell. You freaking own it. Oh, my God.
do you order like bagels?
I love the bagels.
I do love a good bagel.
I just would like to make a suggestion that you guys isolate that sound of the two of you guys together saying that. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
So tell me uns about these bagels.
I'm looking at, I don't remember. Oh, okay, I remember what it was. Okay, so this was, when was this? This was.
It was just one of those
last
days.
Sunday.
Okay.
This Sunday?
It was a
It was
Sunday.
this
Any given Sunday.
It was this Sunday. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. It was this Sunday. We were texting. What? I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Let me see your face.
Call a ambulance. I'm having a stroke.
Was that like record scratch? Like,
Yeah.
From the Wrecka Stove. Only certain people are going to know that reference. Anyways.
I know.
I know. So Allie and I were chatting over the weekend. And she was telling me how you guys, I mean Jake and Allie, were out in the yard and you were pruning and organizing
Oh,
and
yeah, the peach tree.
cleaning, and you sent me a video of your beautiful shed
Yes.
with all of the black widows you killed.
I did.
did you get to see our bush?
I did see her
The
bush.
bush was trimmed.
Don't kill black widows. They're good for the environment.
And it's very rare that people actually get bitten or even die from
They
black
have
widows.
to be agitated or almost, and they feel like their life is threatened or endangered.
You agitate me enough, I'll bite too.
Yes, Daddy.
And did you also know that the worst black widow bites, like when people go to the hospital, it's because they were bitten on the genitals? Because it's a nerve like agent,
Well,
and there's like
makes
a lot of
sense.
exposed nerves there. Not exposed, but like a lot of nerves there. I was just listening to something about it. Thought you should know.
Yeah,
So you're telling me this spider can potentially bite me on my genitals and that it would kill me, but I also shouldn't kill it? Are you kidding me?
But
you would have to
get in the
irritate it.
genital, like the reason.
Well,
that
if
this
it was in my
happened-
genitals, I'm sure it'd be irritated as well. So
we have to say this last bit. So the reason why so many people were bitten by black widows back in the day,
Bit.
which doesn't happen very often now, is because there were outhouses, and so men have dingle dangly junk, and maybe there was a little
Dingle-dangly
spider
junk.
web right there,
And they thought it
Your
was a big old
dingles-
caterpillar.
Your dingles go on the dangle, and the spider's like, "Oh, sweet
Lunch.
lunch, munch, munch."
Yeah.
well,
then
this
you
is
die.
this has become an
whole
informative
bit-
podcast.
That whole bit was fucking fantastic. I just want you to know, Allie. That was wonderful.
Great.
I'm not even being facetious.
But it's also true.
So
we believe you.
just gave the prime example of the tangents we were
Yes.
speaking of, by the way.
Oh my God, we did full circle. Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So back to more tangents.
So the point is we were talking about your weekend and the cute stuff you were doing in the backyard. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned to Allie that I thought you guys were bagels.
Spelled the normal way.
I spelled it like bagels, Bagels, and she's like, "Huh? Bagels?" with a question mark, and so I had to break it down for her.
I actually thought it was a Jew joke.
She did think it was a Jew joke.
I was like, what, like Jew bagels?
Yeah, you did ask if it was Jew bagels, and I was like, no.
I haven't heard that term in a long time.
So
If everything you're doing is bad, I want you to know.
if you break the word down into syllables, bay goals. You guys are bay goals.
Bagels.
Like
Goals.
Like, gotcha. Goals because
Before
we're
anyone
bays.
else.
Yeah, because you're bay.
Those are words.
Those are words.
Bay goals.
I get it. I get it.
We could
Pretty good.
It could
I'm
also
honored.
be Jew bagels.
Sure.
Yeah, this is
Oh
true.
yeah. Well,
But you have to convert for that.
no, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
And
that's
you're
true.
only Jewish.
That's
Yeah, we
true.
are
But
Jewish.
Michael is.
I'm Jew.
He's the whole real McCoy
You're a fucking
over
Jew.
here.
yeah, the whole thing.
He's the whole schwanz.
He's hashtag sell the bell.
Kitten caboodle.
Yeah, kid caboodle.
Hashtag sell the bell. Thank
Bing bong.
Jesus.
Fuck your life.
So speaking of bagels, so I've got a title up there of parts dudging, and
Kier works at Dodge. Thank you so much the other evening, by the way, for taking my call on behalf of Allie.
Yes.
It was a wonderful conversation. So good to catch up.
Alex, don't worry. It wasn't anything bad.
Say hi to Braden for me.
Braden. Is that their...
He'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
He's my sexy country daddy who works over at Jeep.
We should unpack that later.
Sexy country daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jake.
baby lock them doors.
No. So you talk about dodging some stuff over there?
Yes, but to be honest,
You should know that does a lot for a lot of women I guarantee you. Yeah, see, look, I can't even speak. I'm having another stroke.
So, honestly, to roll off of having a stroke, I've completely forgot what that topic was supposed to
Oh,
be.
Jesus.
Dodging parts.
It's gone. I'll remember it. So, talk about selling a car, and I'll circle back.
So we had this F250 that got dropped off literally in front of my bays, that like on a tow truck, that literally I cannot bring a car into or out of my stalls. And I was up in the service drive and I see the tow truck dropping it off. I'm like, okay, well, like this is wrong. Let me go down there and talk to him. And by the time that I'm like done doing my stuff in the service drive and get down there, the guy's already in the truck and like out of the dealership. Like, okay, what's going on? So like I go up there, like talk to the advisor, like, oh yeah, we're gonna go down there and write it up. I'm like, okay, like, so I have other stuff that I'm doing in my stall. So I start working on the cars that are in my stall. I don't need to move anything yet. It's not really in my way, but it's a super major inconvenience, but I have to focus on generating hours.
Right.
So a little bit later, I go up there and say like, oh, hey, so what's going on with this vehicle? Oh, the customer declined it. I'm like, what? Like, nobody looked at the car. It's still sitting in front of my stalls.
Declined what? There was nothing to decline.
It was at another shop, independent shop. And essentially what had happened was, Jake, was that you wheezing?
No.
What had happened was that the high pressure fuel pump exploded.
Oh.
We know that this is kind of a common problem on these vehicles, fuel system contamination.
Oh, it was a diesel truck.
Yeah, 6.7, sorry.
Yeah.
It's the entire fuel system, low pressure, high pressure, everything in the fuel system needs to be replaced.
It's a $15,000 job.
Oh,
So
that's all.
the advisor tells the guy it's $15,000 to start with. And, you know, the guy's all upset and, you know, wants to talk to, you know, see if he can sell the truck to us or trade the truck in or whatever. So the advisor calls the used car manager, and the used car manager says, I don't want to buy the truck. Like,
It's not a good investment.
yeah. So then I'm, you know, like up in the service drive, I'm overhearing this stuff, and I like, you know, the customer's already back at his vehicle, like trying to call the AAA and stuff like that, because they've already told him basically, you know, F off in so many words, right? So I'm talking to the customer, like saying, hey, do you have AAA? Like, can you please kindly get this vehicle out of my way? Oh yeah. I'm like, and then he's telling me like, you know, the whole woe is me story. They don't want to buy the vehicle. They're not willing to work with me. They're not like talking to me about this, that, and the other. And then I start telling him like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, the service advisor called somebody and they said no, they didn't want anything. I'm like, okay, well, hold on. While you're waiting for the tow truck, you know, I need you to move the vehicle, but while you're waiting for the tow truck, let me just go see like what's going on and see if I can find a little bit more information for you. So I go over and talk to the used car manager, and the used car manager tells me that, like, yeah, obviously, if he's just trying to flat out sell the vehicle to the dealership, there's not really a lot of money in it, and they don't want it or need it. If he's trying to trade the vehicle in, however, that's a whole different story. I said, oh, okay, well, let me go try and, like, you know, present it to the customer as this, so at least that way we can still keep the business. So I don't know why the used car manager didn't do that at that time, but I went up and I talked to the customer. I said, hey, listen, you know, unfortunately, they're not willing to buy your vehicle, obviously, because it's broken. But if you offer it as a trade-in with whatever value it has, and, you know, he owed money on it and like it needed other repairs and stuff like that. But like if you trade the vehicle in and you're going to try and get a vehicle from us, that gives you a lot more bargaining power, and, you know, things could be a wash.
Right.
So I just happen to be, you know, the guy's like super receptive, and he's happy for, like, you know, me taking my time to talk to him about this stuff. And so I'm walking up to the service drive, and the general sales manager actually just happens to come out and is asking me about something else. And like, I'm with a customer, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you with somebody? I'm like, well, actually, yeah, I'm with one of your potential clients. You know, he has a vehicle here in service that needs some repairs, and, you know, he's looking to trade it in. And so I literally handed the general sales manager this customer, and, you know, like,
You picked him up and everything and put him in his arms?
I mean,
He was a small man.
well, no,
okay.
he was larger than I was, but, you know,
Wow,
you
you're
know,
strong.
I delivered the customer to the sales department, and honestly, literally, all it takes is just like, you just have to have the customer talking to a salesman. They're slimy and greasy and good at what they do. So like once you know you're in their grips, it's kind of hard to like get away. But apparently, the general sales manager came back to me the next day and said like, hey, the guy ended up trading in his truck, and we put him in another used vehicle that he wanted, and, you know, everything worked out fine. Like, thank you very much.
That's
so
amazing.
I
Do you get a bird dog?
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Sniffer?
I do. I do actually get some money out of that. So I
I
mean,
got gypped out of so many burn dogs, let me tell you. So many burn dogs.
Boondocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting anything. I just didn't want the guy to leave the dealership unhappy and like make a shitty Yelp review. It's
Right.
like let me at least let you talk to somebody else. You know, like I understand that you're in a shitty situation, but anyway, yeah, I ended up making some money because I sold a car.
Yas, queen.
Woo!
Woo.
Gay.
Gay.
Yes, that was.
Gay. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of gay,
Miata Queen.
Oh, you don't remember about dodging parts?
No, still escapes me for whatever reason. Guess I'm getting old.
it'll come back.
Yeah, at one
You
point.
got that old timers going on.
Yeah, exactly. Oldtimer.
It escapes him. He
Oh,
really needs to focus more.
God. We'll explore.
I'm gonna escort you out of here in a second if you don't.
But I'm just waiting to get this party started.
What?
Fiesta.
Is that a pink?
We'll check that out and explore her later.
No, that was a reach.
Shut up, Eric. So, Miata Queen.
Fords.
I've got this, and no other part than it's part of this story because it kind of adds to the background. I've got this one gay customer that owns a Miata. Go figure.
I thought all yacht owners were gay.
Hey, he said it, not me. Okay.
Sorry, Chad.
So how can I put this?
Do you want to whisper to Eric and then Eric can tell you what the
No.
proper thing is?
He's got a temper. He's got a short
He's
fuse.
sassy.
It's more than sassy. It's
He's
short.
a bitch.
Yes.
He's a fucking
He's a
bitch.
bitch.
Oh man, where is that? Hold on.
You're a bitch.
Okay, so
Just when you find it, just smash it.
when he first came into service, I don't remember who helped him, but it wasn't me. Was for a simple oil change. Something went wrong, and he lost his ever-loving shit. Just very bitchy. There we go.
10 years later.
It was
Yeah.
4 pages ago. This board is very slow. Very slow.
So very bitchy, very queen-like, very condescending.
Flamboyant.
And so I don't remember how I got caught in the cross traffic with this gentleman, but I ended up talking with him and calming him down and blah, 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 whatever I did in the past. But from that point forward, he has imprinted on me. And, now I'm his favorite. And if anything happens,
His dick print.
yeah, if got the mushroom stamp to prove it.
Those are words.
Allie, was that you?
No. Well, yes.
So if there's anything wrong with his car, he specifically requests me because he thinks I have these magical powers to get things done. And he's not wrong, but anybody can do it. It's just
It's your sexy voice is what it is.
so the first time that he came back, he had got into an accident, and because it's a manual, when he got hit from the rear end, but
hit it from backside.
yes, it screwed up the transmission from the way that the clutch was and how it was dragged and blah, blah, blah. So we ended up replacing his transmission. Everything went super smooth. We got paid out by insurance, did the repair. Well, he's back and his clutch is shot, slipping, horrible. And the car's only got 14,000 miles and it's a 21 or whatever it is. So he comes in and he goes, my car's acting weird. It's not shifting right. And I'm like, well, I doubt it's the transmission, but if it is, you've got coverage still. It's been less than a year and 12,000 miles. But I told him, I'm like, if I were to guess, it's probably your clutch. And he goes, man, that seems weird. He's like, I baby this. And he's like, I don't drive it much and this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, well, we're going to check it out. And sure enough, the clutch is shot. It's just not engaging. It's gone. So he asks, and he's like, do you think this might have anything to do with the accident? And I'm like, I really don't know. It's hard for us to say. It's like, in my mind, I would say it probably had a factor to do with it just because of the low miles and it's spotless and all these other things. So he has gotten to be, friends is the wrong word, but associates with the general manager up at one of the local body shops that's up behind the dealerships in that strip of body shops.
He said the body chops.
Body chops. Yes, the one to the north.
Yes.
And he calls the GM and goes, "Hey, so-and-so, I've got this car in here. Do you think that insurance might cover this as, subsequent damage of, the accident?"
Me being plowed in the rear.
Exactly. And absolutely blasted in the rear.
Hashtag sell the bell.
And she goes, it's a possibility. It's like, we'll send in the findings and all this and figure it out. And I tell them, hey, here's the cost. It's like, it's going to be almost $4,000. And you just right now, and we've got a system where it shows what it is. The customer hits approve or decline. They send it back. It does a digital signature, and that's right there. Legal binding. You have authorized the repair. Nobody else does it for you. It's you.
Right.
And then you send it back to us. So he does that, and I make it clear before he does, if the insurance doesn't cover it for whatever reason,
You're on the hook.
you pressing go, this is you authorizing the repair no matter what, whether you pay for it up front and then get reimbursed, the insurance covers it, and you can just take it, or you have to pay it and insurance tells you to fuck off. So we do the repairs. I call him. He comes in. He goes, "Everything good to go on my car?" I'm like, "Absolutely. Driving like a dream." Goes into the cashier's office, and I'm sitting at my desk. There's another desk to the right of me. Then there's glass doors, and a little bit farther into the other office is the cashier's office or the cashier's desk. And he fucking flips. And I hear him screaming at the cashier like, "What the fuck do you mean I have to pay $4,000? This blah." The whole 9 yards, just absolutely blows the fuck up.
Speaking of blowing up,
Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Hold on.
We're holding.
1 second, guys.
We're still holding.
Hello?
What are we holding?
I don't know. I think Jake's answering a phone call.
Hello? Yes, I'm answering a phone call. 1 second, guys. It's my niece. Hello?
Can I hear her?
Well, it did not connect. Alrighty, so
Cut that up.
he's losing it bad. And he comes storming into the office and he looks at me and he goes, "Jake, what the fuck do you mean I owe $4,000? You said this would be covered under insurance." I'm like, whoa. I'm like, "No, I said that so-and-so at the body shop is doing everything she can to get it covered. But the repair is done and your car is ready, which means pay for it up front. So-and-so should be able to get it reimbursed for you. She has told me everything is going completely fine. Insurance seems to 100% agree with the findings. So you have to pay for it up front." He goes, "No, that's not happening." And he storms out and he calls the shop and starts screaming at the GM, puts her on speaker,
Oh my
makes
God.
me talk to her with him there, and we do this back and forth. Long story short, we put him back into the loaner, and we keep the car for a couple of days until it's guaranteed that we receive payment from the insurance. We will receive payment. It was authorized literally 2 hours after he had come and left.
Wow.
So now we're just waiting for the authorization paperwork saying the check has been mailed to you so we can call him back. So I put him back in, he's being real shitty with me. And I told him, I'm like, "Dude, I have done nothing but help you up and down the board for all of these things." I'm like, the fact that me and so-and-so were able to
Get this covered.
prove or convince your insurance that one of the most wear and tear items known to man
A clutch.
is damage from your accident is a fucking blessing to begin with. So I'm like, I know you're upset, but you have no reason to jump at me like this, man. I'm like, I've always been there for you to help. And he kind of calms down, and I put him into the loaner, and he goes, "Well, I drove this far, so why don't you fill up my tank?" To the loaner.
Excuse me?
And I go, I can't do that. And then he looks at me and he goes, well, that's on your conscience then. And he leaves.
Yes, you're right. I'm going to sleep horribly tonight.
Bye, bitch.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I feel just absolutely terrible.
A good day, sir.
Your car is getting you home tonight.
I bid you adieu.
I did.
I do.
So that was my fun. And of course, today he emails me and he goes, hi, Jake. I hope everything's good. Let me know when you. So it's just, yeah.
I'll let you know when you can go pound sandwiches right about now.
Pound.
Wow.
Witches. So speaking of
I love
sandwiches,
sandwiches.
sandwiches are delicious.
What about Nick Matco
Oh
in
my
Milwaukee?
gosh! Speaking of sandwiches, something happened to your sandwich shop recently.
We're going to talk about that after the break.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you see where it says
I'm
after
just
the
teasing it. I don't see where it says Mike talks. Oh, I actually do see that now.
It's
Sweet
literally
Jesus.
written after the words break.
To be fair,
To be fair.
Eric's microphone is in the way, so it was blocking it.
Oh, you can move your head.
Likely story. So
You haven't remembered the parts dodging story yet?
nope. After I sit and think, I'll pull it out of my rear.
Well, I'll start.
One more time.
Shout
I
out.
would like to share a
Yes.
story
Let's hit the reset button.
of our good friend of the podcast. Oh my God, I got that. Stop it. Eric made an inappropriate joke.
Left, right, up, down, A, B, start.
Anyways,
In out.
as some of you amazing listeners will remember,
That's you guys.
one of Jake and I's coworkers, Will,
I will.
who has been
Will.
on the podcast before, he has purchased
A bell.
a Sell the Bell previously. I get an amazing
He decorated it.
yes. I get a
Not on
text
purpose.
message. No,
A happy accident.
yeah, it just there are no mistakes, Michael.
Only
just happy little
Happy
accidents.
little accidents. I'm going to put a happy little tree right there. It's going to be our little secret.
Man, nothing is fucked here.
Nothing is fucked. So he accidentally pushed his bell like back behind his toolbox. And so he sends me a picture of his bell, like all covered in spider webs, and it looked very spooky. And he texted me. He's like, hey, I dropped my bell behind the toolbox and it's covered in spider webs. I think I'm going to keep it for Halloween. I was like, oh my God, you should. It's so festive.
That's funny.
It was like, I'm going to post it. I asked him if I could post it. I'm going to post it as a little advertisement for the Sale the Bells in case someone wants one.
Well, I saw the picture that you sent us.
yeah, I
in
haven't put it on
private.
the social.
And for all of our viewers that are watching the episode on YouTube, they can see that I have swapped out the fluorescent green hashtag Sell the Bell for the
Spooky
fluorescent
one.
orange spooky one. So
Be
Happy Hollow Scream.
yeah, happy Halloween, everybody, and those are all available at Customer
Boobies.
States Podcast at or customerstatespodcast.com.
It's when bumblebees wear sheets for Halloween. They're boobies.
Oh, that's so cute.
So now that we're getting close towards the end of the episode, or the end
Well,
of
the end of the
middle of the episode,
First half.
end of the beginning.
the beginning of the end.
The end.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
it's the end of the beginning.
It's the end of
Yes,
the beginning
that
and the
too.
beginning of the end. And then the beginning of the beginning.
After the break,
You're
it'll
so
be the
meta,
beginning of
Eric.
the end.
I don't know.
Am I having a stroke?
Yes.
No, it's just very big brain words. Anyways, you were saying.
Those are words. So we actually have a pretty cool announcement from Nick Lowridge out of Matco Tools.
We do.
Hi, Nick.
So Nick, who supplies us with all of our Matco tools and beef jerky and accessories.
Yum.
Very good company. I was gonna say the pens, but that's not who supplied me with the pens.
No, that was
No,
Travis.
Travis
Yep,
Ferris.
so.
He has great pens though.
He does. I need another one.
Currently using one.
The one that I use for the show is actually one I stole from Jake. But anyway, so Matco Tools is a proud new vendor for Milwaukee products.
Oh.
So Matco signed a deal with Milwaukee, And Milwaukee is one of the like most greatest.
Trash.
Milwaukee has the best battery technology on the market, and they also have like the most accessories available for their products.
I love an accessory.
I like Milwaukee tools.
Except to murder.
That was good, Ali.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it's very exciting
Eric.
because it just, Nick and I were talking about it, and like it opens up a whole new market because a lot of technicians in the shop already have Milwaukee tools. Or if you're somebody like me that you do stuff around your house, like drills and sawzalls and stuff like that, but you also need, half-inch, tools and 3/8 tools and stuff like that at the shop, that you have one battery that supplies everything. So
That's pretty cool.
Don't let Mike fool you. He uses Ryobi.
no, I do not. I do not.
Is that like a Japanese knockoff or something?
It's a cheat.
It's just Ryobi.
The sales
Or
department
Cobalt.
The sales department said that they don't have a flat blade screwdriver to install license plate frames. So I went to my toolbox and I found my dead uncle's, multi-tool thing. And I was like, here, now you have everything. A big Phillips, a small Phillips, a big flathead. It's an 8 mil on this side and a 5/16 on this side or whatever. And so anyway, then we want a drill. I was like, okay, well, you told me
Why
that
do
you
you
were
need
gonna
a drill?
Well, no, they want like an electric powered screwdriver device.
Yeah.
No, tell them to suck a dick.
The problem was that they told me that when I handed them this tool,
My wrist is sore. I need an electric screwdriver.
I handed them this tool.
Put on a license plate. Fuck out of here.
I handed them this tool and they said, "Oh no, we're just gonna lose it. Like, don't worry about it." I was like, "You guys literally just told me that you don't have anything to take these off and you're bugging the technicians. This is free. It's old as hell. Just take this. It's free." Well, no, we're gonna lose it. Like,
That's fine.
That's
looking at
fine.
the salesman, like, can you put this in your desk? And so when somebody needs to use this, so the next day when I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go run across the street because I have to fix one of the urinal dividers in the men's room. So I
Such
went,
a glamorous job.
yes, it was very glamorous. So I went across the street and like they're asking me for this little screw gun thing. They only sell like DeWalt and Milwaukee stuff over there. They're looking for like a Ryobi or some cheaper brand. I'm like, just go to Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Well, the Harbor Freight ones are terrible.
It's got a year warranty though.
And you can buy the 3-year warranty on some
Oh,
stuff.
you can.
Yeah. It's an extra penny, but
It's interesting. We used to have a pressure washer for the house and for our cars from Harbor Freight, and it always broke right before the year warranty. It's so strange.
yeah, it's just like Ford's.
Sir, there's sugar in the gas tank.
That's from Kingpin.
Yes. Those are words. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
know what
else
that is.
words are wonderful to hear?
Thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
You know who
That was
else
a hot dog
makes me want a
slapping
hot
the
dog
reset
real
button.
bad?
like the 4th of
Oh my god. Is Nick, hey, coming at you again. Thank you so much. Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing,
Supplying Justice Brothers products.
all of them, and Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Ray Moon.
Moon. Moon.
And thank you, Bruce Wayne, for the music.
Indeed. We'll be right back.
Minnie, love you.
They're back.
Warriors.
Hi, Mike Serra here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
I'm just asking you to be a little bit more like Eric.
Ravishing,
No, she's got that.
Annoying,
ravenous,
She's got that.
bitchy.
Got that too.
cunty. Definitely not ditzy.
What just happened?
Mike's
Michael!
starting over.
No, he's not. That's okay.
It's a little hiccup, everybody. It's
That's
fine.
all right. Hello.
Who's bringing us back? Not Allie.
I guess it was all of us since we just talked over the music.
That's okay. We do it every
That was
episode.
my fat finger that messed that up.
That's right.
Thank you, Bruce Vane, for that tasty tune. Welcome back.
Thank you, Bruce Vane, for that tasty track. We really appreciate
He made it got Mike too. That's a rare happening.
All right, we want to thank all of our sponsors.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.
Thank you, Dale.
For those of you who don't know what
Thank you,
just happened,
Travis.
rewind 15 seconds and listen again.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Nick.
Bitch, you interrupted me. That's what I thought.
Important business to follow.
Yes. That was rude.
Someone has a really weird can. Can. Don't they call butts cans
They
sometimes?
do, and sometimes, yeah. Hashtag so though.
It's the new whoopee can.
Oh,
Oh,
I
wait.
just got that.
Good job.
Day late, dollar short.
Oh, I thought you said a gay late.
I mean, that would have applied too.
No, but that would have been good. That would have been good.
Indeed.
Oh, Jacob's covering
real bad.
his hot dog.
His boner.
His dog.
I'm sorry,
Your
that's
dog.
my dog.
I tucked her
Koa,
in.
he tucked. She's like a little piggy. Piggy in
She's
a
being
blanket.
a real good girl right now. Real good girl.
I tucked
I
her in.
love when you talk to me like that.
Are you a little piggy in a blanket?
No, when he calls me.
Allie.
Oh, what?
You're a bad girl.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, so speaking of pigs in a blanket,
I have no idea what I just
I'll show you later.
speaking of pigs in a blanket,
You're a bad girl.
I love breakfast.
so breakfast is a type of food, and sometimes people also eat lunch. And for lunch, sometimes people eat sandwiches,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
You got there.
Okay,
Eric, what do you think?
so
God.
Just happened.
Nothing.
my I get a text message from a service advisor, and the text message comes a little bit late after the fact. I've been hearing nothing but helicopters flying around my dealership and tons
Were you
of
getting flashbacks?
yes.
PTSD.
Nothing but, police sirens and helicopters flying around my dealership for like quite some time. And it's getting close to my lunchtime. So around my lunchtime, I get a text message from, Kier. And
Friend of the pod.
Kier says, well, it looks like you're not getting a sandwich today. And he sends me a picture that's from his dealership that overlooks my favorite sandwich shop. And there are
Where you
about
get the same turkey sandwich every single day.
every single day. Same
Turkey
thing.
and provolone?
No, it's turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato with pepper jack.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's a blat.
It is a black.
Okay. Yes.
Black.
Bacon,
No, it's-
lettuce. Where's the A?
Oh, there's no
Avocado.
egg. Do you get avocado?
Bacon,
no,
lettuce.
I have not gotten avocado on it yet,
No,
but that
it's-
sounds like a great idea.
no, it's a blat. It's a bacon, lettuce, and
Turkey.
and pepper jack.
and pepper jack.
Oh.
Anyway, so he says, it looks like you're not getting a sandwich today, I said, like, what's going on? And so then the picture finally comes through, and it's like every single police car and SWAT car and detective vehicle and everything like that in front of my
40 miles.
Yeah, in front of my sandwich shop, and the whole entire shopping center is shut down, and there's like police blocking everything off.
Maybe they were being proactive in you taking your lunch.
From what I understand, though, like everybody after that stopped, like all the cops and everybody got sandwiches, so they made out like bandits.
Yeah, well, and that's I was talking to them after the fact, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like it was actually really good for business because they're like on the news and stuff."
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I was not able to get my sandwich that day. I drove past just because I couldn't believe what was happening, and then as I drove past, obviously with my previous record, I just had shell shock a little bit, a little PTSD. And
Did you walk by with like your hand up to your face? So
no,
one saw
I
you?
drove by with my windows down because they're not tinted. And
allegedly.
yes, yeah. But I was very sad. I was very sad. I did not get to have my sandwich that day. And I also missed it the next day because we had an employee lunch meeting the next day. So I went 2 days without my normal lunch meal, and I have to tell you that week was horrible.
I'm so sorry for your loss of sandwich.
Seriously. First world problems.
Like, does it, are you the type of person though that when like your routine is screwed up, like it's just effed from there on out?
I would have been great for either prison or the military because I'm a very like routine person. Everything happens at a certain time, and yeah. Oh, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's wrapped up like a little taco.
He's talking about his dog.
Oh yeah,
Koa.
yeah.
She's being snuggly.
Podcast photo to follow.
Podcast pooch.
Oh yeah, you can post that on the socials.
No, we don't want to do that.
No, yeah, that'd be boring. Anyway, yeah, good story.
Yeah, that is. Wait, so what? They got robbed? Is that what the issue was?
The issue was that I believe it was somewhere out in north of us somewhere.
Oh, no.
They had been accused or found guilty of or caught in the act of stealing catalytic converters, and in like some sort of a mall or something like that. I'm being very vague with the things that I don't want to.
I actually did read that on the news.
They
Now that I think
were
about
in a police chase down to a local mall by us. They abandoned the vehicle in the local mall and ran down some city streets to this restaurant that I happen to frequent every single day, and were finally caught there. And one of the things that somebody had said something to me about it, like, oh man, it was Kier, like, I'm sorry you got to like you
missed your lunch.
Yeah, I'm sorry you missed your lunch. I'm like, man, those guys are lucky that like, I didn't get there first, and then they come in like would have been
I need my fucking sandwich.
Nobody gets between me and my sandwich.
Nobody.
Apparently the police do.
Yeah, actually, yes, that one time.
No, yeah.
Twice now, I guess. Twice now, yeah.
Did you get to eat that sandwich?
I did not get to eat that sandwich.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get to eat till the next day.
Oh yeah, because you were detained.
Well, and I was being interrogated or whatever while they were serving dinner, so I missed that as well. So, yeah.
Inconsiderate.
If we
Inconsiderate.
if we can microstamp guns, I can't see why we couldn't microstamp catalytic converters.
They relatively are. They have a lot of codes on them.
Yeah. So
It's your turn. Do we have any regular beverages?
Going into overtime?
Was going into overtime.
that story was going into
Do we have any
overtime.
regular beverages?
And I have a story about overtime. So the day before, so it would have been last Tuesday, the day before we went on our little vacation. There, so
to Disneyland on the 19th.
yeah, we were originally supposed to go to Disneyland, but you have to make reservations. We made them like 2 weeks in advance, and they didn't have anything available for the actual time off we took. But anyways, it was, I had to close up all the things for my boss. Like, she wanted all of my accounting and everything. She's like, you need to turn in my accounting before I left. Okay, fine. Well, of course, everything blows up. It's just one fucking thing after another. It's the, we had a damaged vehicle. that had all of these like scratches and everything. I think we talked about it on the last one. That was the
lot damage or the
transportation.
PDI? Oh,
no,
yeah,
it was
transport
transportation.
damage.
Yeah,
Transport damage.
transport damage. And that took a whole fuck ton of time away from me. Not to mention,
I'll take one, Jake.
because the porter didn't find that, the person who was inspecting the vehicle didn't find that at the time of inspection.
Right.
Doesn't matter if the car is dirty, they're not going to pay for it. So all that time that I took to prepare everything and fight it and da-da-da-da, all for nothing. All absolutely
That's
for nothing.
bullshit.
I know. And, you know, everybody has things that they need help with at the last minute. What was that, Jacob? What were you going to say, Mike?
I don't understand how that can be for nothing. Like, what do you mean that's for nothing? Like,
They denied the claim.
It's not going to get paid.
The $5,000 repair is not going to get done.
Because
Not
it
paid
wasn't
for.
caught at the time of inspection.
I thought you
guys-
said they had a few days.
No, it's 5 minutes or whatever from when the car gets dropped off.
Correct.
That's BS. That's
But
horrible.
if it's hidden damage,
Yeah.
you have a couple days.
Right, that's what I
so,
thought.
but it isn't considered hidden damage because it
it's
wasn't
dirty.
under the wraps. And I tried to like make it a
That's-
special caveat as hidden damage because the vehicle came so dirty to the dealership. It had gone through all of those
Dirty
trains
states.
and up to San Francisco and then
Very
trucked
dirty
from San
town.
Francisco to here. So it's like, okay, it was really freaking dirty. So there's new processes now, but we'll talk about that in a second. But I was trying to get everything done. I'm sitting at my desk minding my own business. I was off at 4:30, would have been my 8 hours. And my boss says to me, or she's not my boss, my office manager says to me, hey, don't stay too late. I was like, okay. Just so you know, I have to finish all of these recalls and everything before I leave. You had asked for a JV, so that sent me back on my normal daily stuff. So a journal voucher, which is my accounting stuff. Just reconciling all the warranty dollars.
Checks and balances.
Yes, literally. Anyways,
Yeah.
she had said, don't stay too late. So I had told her, hey, I'm going to stay till 6 o'clock because Jake was working late that day and I needed to get caught up. She didn't say anything. I assumed that was fine. 5:30 rolls by and she's like, hey, you might want to make sure you don't stay too late, type of thing. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to stay until 6 like we talked. And she's like, you really need to start watching your overtime. But I was only going to stay for a little bit longer. I would like to reiterate the fact that nobody else does my job at my dealership. And if I'm gone for 5 days, I purposefully made it so if I was gone for 5 days, it wouldn't like overextend the 7-day limit to finish recalls.
Right.
But what if one comes to me like it got closed a couple days before it came to me or whatever? Shit happens. So I'm trying to get everything done. And she fucking just flips out on me. She's like, I'm really going to have to talk to your supervisors about this. You're really like pushing the line. No one has ever talked to me about my overtime before.
So then talk to my supervisors.
That's what I said. I said, okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you their cell phone numbers? Should I speed dial them for you right now?
Besides the fact that the owner said, do what you need to get your work done.
Well, and that's
exactly
another
what it
thing.
is.
I was so flustered. I was so pissed off after this because I had just had a meeting with the service managers and the owner about how, in order for little mistakes not to be made, that I need to slow down. And that was its own like personal constructive criticism to me. And I realized that. But if I don't, how do I slow down if I can't work overtime? Like, if I slow down, that's more than 8 hours.
So I'm not allowed to flag overtime either, but like I obviously
But
get
aren't
to
you
the
like
shop.
salary to an extent too?
I'm not salary. I'm still actually judged upon my production hours, which I'm not able to be 100% efficient, so I'm not getting my flag hours. But my new pay plan does allow for a bonus off of like, the entire shop. But it's still not enough. But, what I was trying to go at is that, I get there at 6 o'clock in the morning and open up the dealership. I don't clock in at that time. I don't clock in until an hour and a half later.
I'm not going to get paid. I'm not going to work for free at what I get paid. It's not going to fucking happen.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's no reason I should do my job for free.
No, not at all. There's no reason anybody should do their job for
That's
free.
what I keep telling myself every day.
If you're salary, though, that's different. And that's something that I've talked about with Jake. Like, maybe I should just ask to be salary. So that way I can leave early if I'm done with my shit. And if I need more time, no one's going to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because the next thing to do is what she wanted me to do was finish my work and punch out. She isn't going to explicitly say that, but how is that not what she wanted?
Right.
Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to realize that this person needs to do their job, and they're trying to do whatever they can to make the company progress and succeed and do what it needs to do. So I still don't understand how they're
But
trying to
so
fault you
why
for
is
that.
it my boss who I'm getting the work done for them? Why aren't they telling me, hey, don't work overtime? I don't
Because-
understand how this is the office manager's job.
Because it's probably not her job, and maybe she's on a power trip or trying to.
That's my point.
Yeah,
That's my point.
that's
And
frustrating for sure.
so in order to get ahead of the situation, the next day I went on a nice little walk because I was off work and I'm walking up in the nice area by my house, up in the hill in the nice rich houses. I love walking up there. It's so pretty.
It is nice.
Anyways, I called both of the service managers and I was like, hey, this is what happened. I just want you to know, she said she was going to talk to my managers. So
I'm talking to you first.
I just want you to know, I think it's important that if you know that you've done something wrong or if you see something coming that could be to the detriment of you, you should try and get ahead of it.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that is a very good
Tactic.
tactic to take.
Indeed.
So she did talk to one of my managers and talked about time management.
And how did that go for her?
Well, she talked to him and he's like, he said that she actually like complimented me a little bit too. So I don't know. I don't understand. It's very confusing.
My brain hurts.
Also, me and my office manager ended up talking to me about her family stuff for like 45 minutes today. So yay, time management.
Yay, that's a good way, to be productive and efficient. That's very smart.
I did continue working through that, though, I will have you know, most of it.
If everything you're doing is bad,
I want you to know this.
Good times.
Speaking of weird and awkward meetings,
Yeah,
times.
Michael.
I don't know if it was weird and awkward. I just was trying to make a transition.
No, yeah, Michael.
What happened?
Mikhail.
What happened?
This has to do with you.
Me? Really?
Yes, you. So
Wait, do I know about this already and I forgot, or is this new?
no, you don't. You intentionally omitted information. We'll call it that.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
So remember when I was moving a few weeks ago?
Moving on up
Yep.
Moving on
To my new location.
in the sky.
Yeah.
She
And-
loves
Big deluxe
apartment.
apartment in the sky.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
And how I mentioned how Robert helped me with that, and we got in the conversation about his trailer and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Down by the river.
Yeah. He mentioned that you had actually bumped into him at the store or the liquor store or the market or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That same day. And FYI, I have the official measurements of the trailer.
Oh,
What? Okay. Now I know where this is going. Okay. All right. So
top
what
of that.
is the trailer
Should
measurements?
we like briefly talk about what we're talking about for people who might just be tuning in?
Yeah,
So-
Eric said it was like a 53-foot trailer,
I said
which is
40.
Okay, well that's like
I
a
said
semi
40.
truck, almost like a tractor trailer size.
It is just shy of that.
37.
It's 32. It is 32 feet.
Okay, a typical tractor trailer, I believe, is 53 feet. So you're at what? 40? Though you said 37 feet,
32.
32 feet. All right, so that's a bit shorter. That's still a very large trailer.
It's a very large trailer.
Very large trailer.
Note the diversion of the math.
Yes.
Well,
It's
I'm
fine.
horrible with numbers.
That's not the point. Is
You said
that
enclosed
didn't-
though too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't even see like everywhere. Yeah, that's,
You can't see anywhere.
Yeah.
It's completely enclosed. No windows, nothing.
no, I meant like when you're driving the thing and like trying to maneuver it, like you can't see around you and stuff.
No,
like that.
it's straight shot down the sides. That's it.
Yep.
In Robert's trailer, no one can hear you scream.
This is true. Anyways, so I've been holding that in my back pocket
Wait.
now for 3 weeks.
Was that the day that it was a full moon?
Well, it was a full
they
moon in
have-
our area. I don't know about your area.
yeah. I was going to say it was a full moon in our area, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't over in my area though.
Right,
It was just
right.
a thumbnail.
Definitely not across the world.
No,
Yeah, when
not
you're
at
on the
all.
other side of the world, like
It's not. It's. I think there's
There's
no moon.
there's no moon
There's
because
no
it's the
moon
sun.
over on the
It's
other
the
side of
sun.
You fucking retard.
Hey, you know what?
Retard.
I'll own up to it. I am not the smartest person in the world. I'll be
Okay.
the first to tell
Back-
you.
So
Backstory.
fucking sure.
backstory.
The omittance of two
Mike-
of two words would have
Mike-
solved that entire problem. However, at
Mike
like
was trying to be
5:45 in
funny.
the morning, it was hard to
Yeah.
get that post out. Okay, I'm very sorry. I made a mistake.
And still inebriated.
Quite possibly, yes.
No, there's no quite possibly. It was fact.
Well, judging by
We
the
love
post, I would
you.
have to say yes.
Mike thought it would be funny to comment on the full moon that we had that night, and
Which was probably
up-
funny,
ended
but
up-
just in the wrong, way.
you put your foot in your mouth, and he ended up saying that because it's a full moon over here, the other side of the world doesn't have a full moon. But the fact that
Okay.
the matter is that it's a full moon all over the world.
Technically, they don't because they don't see the moon, but I understand the science behind it. Like if you were to be able to see through the world, it would
Yeah,
be-
stop trying to
Michael-
grasp at straws here.
Michael,
I get
I
it.
just want you to know it had to be explained to me because I was like, wait, no, you wouldn't see it on the other side.
Because you don't see it. I have to admit I made a mistake because I put
Because
in
it was day.
I put in two words that didn't need to be there, and I made a
It
mistake.
was not a typo error. Get the fuck out of here.
Welcome to Customer
No, it
States
wasn't.
Podcast, where me and Eric make fun of everybody, mainly Mike, and Allie protects him.
Eric and I.
Attempts.
I
Shut
didn't
up.
Eric and I.
protect him. I'm just saying.
Me and Eric.
Eric and I.
Me make fun of Mike.
The king and I.
The queen.
Oh,
I appreciate that wonderful introduction.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
You should appreciate that wonderful
That's what I
introduction.
appreciate about you.
I mean, how does that work?
Work introductions?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, how do work introductions work?
In what context?
Well, did we not talk about this last week?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's why it's on the board
Nobody
still.
talked about anything last week.
Okay. Oh, the week before.
Oh, okay.
The week prior. Wow.
Fucking God
Wow.
bless America.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, fair. No, so I wanted to know. So this happens to me a lot. I don't know if this is like
I can't wait to hear
because
this.
I'm a woman or what the deal is. I know
Honey,
you're gonna roll your eyes.
Don't wrap other women into this.
Oh, fuck.
Don't sell yourself short.
Okay, so when there's a new employee and I'm talking to someone, like let's say a manager, and there's a new technician whose name is I can't say.
Call him. You can call him E.
Fernando.
You're talking about.
Schmoogene.
You're talking about E, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just call him E.
Well, okay. E
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, it's E.
A.
It's ooh.
I.
Oh.
You.
Sometimes why?
Occasionally. Once in a while.
I was talking to the manager, and there's a new employee.
All right, Karen.
And I didn't get introduced. Like, I'm going to work with this person.
Wow, sounds kind of
Intimately
He's a technician.
Sounds kind of petty.
And this has happened to me before. So I just introduced myself. I was like, oh, hi, you. I'm Allie. We're going to be working together. How's it going? And I don't know. I think that if you are with someone that the other person doesn't know, that you should introduce them.
Was it a new manager?
Or maybe because you've been
No.
or maybe it's because you've been told that you need to take more of a managerial grab. Maybe it's a good thing
But
that
I
you
don't know the
introduced
person.
Maybe it's a good thing that you introduced yourself. You took
Indeed.
initiative.
You did take initiative.
Ooh, that's a good way to spin
So
it.
pat for me. I
Yeah.
didn't wait to be
Who's
introduced.
Pat?
That's 90% of our relationship is me twisting things so it actually seems like should be telling herself
She did the right thing, though.
doing
Wow,
good things,
I
not
feel
bad.
like. Do you want a bigger shovel to dig that hole, or?
No, it's plenty big enough.
You did
I
the right
see?
thing. You did the right thing.
Can I see how big it is?
It's hard because we have a lot of new, it's no secret that at my dealership we've had a lot of changes in employees and management and things like that. So it's not not uncommon for me to walk up to somebody and be like, I'm sorry, I've never seen you here before. What's your name? And of course, now that I'm considered management, which I didn't think so, but both of my managers told me
I do that with
was.
people walking around the parking lot.
Well, I mean, customers walking around the parking lot, introduce yourself and things like that.
It was
but
a joke, Michael. You don't need to elaborate on it. Jesus Christ.
I don't get it.
I didn't get it. Yeah, sorry, wasn't there.
It's okay.
You're talking about walking up to people and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've never seen you before. Who are you?"
Oh, like at Target or something.
Can you imagine doing that at Target? Be like, oh, hi, how are you doing? I don't work here, but I'd love to help you.
I would be like,
I'm here a lot. I've
get
never
in my
seen you
car
here.
and lock the doors very quickly.
Hey, Eric. When's the last time you gave your tool a good oiling?
Oh,
Just this morning.
ew.
Really?
Indeed.
Gross.
Yes. It's a necessity.
Was it your breaker bar?
So this was kind of my idea, and it was just an idea for like a quick listener question. Any of the technicians that are out there, or quote unquote mechanics, whatever you want to consider yourself,
Horrors.
yeah, wrenching whores.
That's it.
Do you guys oil your air tools?
Wrench wenches.
I mean, I was always told as a young man to oil.
That was really fucking good. Say it again, Allie.
Wrench wenches.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
in the spirit
twister.
of the season.
Yeah. Oh, also happy
Yes.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Almost.
I was always told to oil all of my air tools,
Happy
and
Give Me Cream.
I almost never oil them, and I've had them for like over 10 years without any failures.
So they don't need to
Because
be
you buy those
oiled.
good Matco tool products brought to you by Nick Lowridge.
And strap on. Strap on. I was going to say strap on.
No, Nick, I love you.
And there goes our sponsors.
Shit.
No, I was kind of wondering, like,
Sorry, real fast. Who's your Snap-on guy?
The same guy who's our Snap-on guy.
Chuck.
No.
Something?
No?
No.
Oh.
no, we
Yeah, I
have
was
we have a dynamic duo.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Yeah,
Chuck Liddell or whatever his name is.
No,
that's a UFC fighter.
I know.
Anyway, no, I kind of was just curious if like everybody else takes care of their air tools like
No.
you're supposed to. I want to put that in a listener poll if everybody's okay with that.
Well,
Do you take care of your air tools?
Do you oil your tools?
my technician's
Do you
tool,
lube your shafts?
my technician's tools,
I
the
don't have a
inside of
shaft.
their air tools are regularly washed because our air compressor is so old that it shoots water out of the vents when you use your pneumatic tools.
I don't
See,
think that's supposed to happen.
That's why you're supposed to oil your air tools. However, we have a very fancy water separator in our system, one of many. But again, that's probably why I don't have that many failures. But I mean, did you ever oil your tools at the shop, Eric? Yeah? How often?
I have a bottle of lube.
Is it in your...
Not the one by your bed, Eric.
Damn it. No, I keep it in my purse.
Merce.
It's a satchel.
Indiana Jones had one.
I probably did it once a month.
I mean, every once in a while I'll squirt some stuff in there, but I mean,
It wasn't regularly by any means. What I did lubricate regularly are my electric ratchets.
I don't have any of those. I still can't get into that
You don't
electric
have
technology.
an electric ratchet?
No, I have an electric impact gun, that the 3/8 snap-on one.
Yeah, no. The electric ratchets you need to grease.
Oh, that's with the little grease nozzle injector thing. Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah. I do that on my air ratchets as well, but like I do that more often than I oil the
Stay
actual.
tuned later to
air
see
fittings.
Mike's
It's
grease
the same
nozzle.
thing, whether or not it's pneumatic or electronic. You need.
It's pretty
grease the
ratchet.
head.
No, I'm talking about the internal air pump. Anyway,
I know. Same thing.
Listener mail.
we do have listener mail.
We do.
Allie, you get.
I thought you were supposed to be prepared for this.
Yeah,
I am
she-
prepared because I
There's
pulled
Spend
it
so
up.
much time on your phone,
Which
and
no one
you're
gave me.
looking for it again.
If everything you're doing is bad,
Wow.
you-
Okay, so
you
recently-
Can you can read the whole thing.
You have permission. You have permission.
Oh my
Your
gosh.
daddy gave you permission.
Thanks. I can't say that. I'm not comfortable saying
thanks,
it.
Daddy.
It's not my thing.
Thank you, Daddy.
No. That's fine for you.
I did it.
That's good for you.
Hi, Daddy Vic.
No,
Hi, Daddy
you gotta
Vic.
do it in your deep voice.
Hi, Daddy Vic.
Hi, Daddy Vic.
Do it, Michael. You're leaving him with blue balls.
Hi, Daddy Vic.
There it is.
Okay, gross. All right.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
So we had posted on the Instagram, Customer States Podcast, the picture of the tooth.
Oh yes,
The tooth.
The tooth.
The tooth. And our friend Scotty replied,
He doesn't
that
know.
He does know. He's telling us here.
I was late to that party.
Man, I gotta send Mike the pictures of when we got a car towed in. A customer got. Oh, you guys are not ready for this, by the way. You are not ready.
Maybe it needed an alignment.
Oh my god. A lot of things needed an alignment
Because it was
in this.
towed in.
So it's TOE, right?
Yes, like a
Yeah.
toe.
for the alignment.
For the alignment. Thank you. All right, back to you, Scotty.
He doesn't know.
Oh my god.
Join us next week for another.
Join us next week for another segment of Allie Tries to Say Something. When I got it, okay, man, I gotta send Mike the pictures of when we got a car towed in. A customer got hit in the face with a 10-pound weight through his windshield on the freeway and lived, but the car was an absolute mess. We found his shattered tooth, and one of our techs bleached it and put it in a little vial and kept it as a charm. Basically, it was like some black magic voodoo shit.
Oh my god,
That's creepy.
that's what my toolbox is missing.
A tooth.
I'll be honest. That's what my toolbox is missing.
A tooth.
Yeah, tooth.
Oh my gosh. And to which I
Bleached
like
it
said
and
that's
kept
like
it as
some
a charm.
crazy ass like Final Destination shit. I'm happy that he's alive. I hope that he's like alive and well. But holy shit.
I have a story similar to that.
What is it?
That is
Are you
terrifying.
done? Yeah. Okay. So I had to take a customer's car home once because I was trying to duplicate a concern. And it was it was like a 16, 17 Explorer. And the customer he was very attractive. And he worked out regularly. So I was more than happy to sniff his seat. I mean, drive his car home for the night. And so it was also a fully loaded Explorer. So it had all of the bells and whistles. And so I'm on my way to work the next morning. And I hit traffic on a certain curve. And the car in front of me wasn't paying attention and slammed on their brakes. And so I had to slam on my brakes, but actually it's amazing when the car interferes before you have a chance to. So the car interfered first and activated the pre-collision and slammed on the brakes. Well, as I mentioned before, this customer works out regularly, so much so that he has weight bar, the lifting bar, the
Like a pull-up bar?
No, the long bar that you put weights on the end of it in the back of his car, and the 40-pound plates in the back of the car.
45.
But fuck you, Mike. You don't have to correct every goddamn thing I say. Shut the fuck up. So he had these 40-pound plates in the back of the car.
Now
So
you
that-
know how I feel about Porsche.
It is Porsche.
I don't give a fuck.
It is Porsche. It is Porsche. So, anyways, the brakes were hit so hard that this 40-pound plate went flying, smacked me in the back of the head, and slammed into the windshield and landed on top of the dashboard.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
You are so lucky, dude.
I was lucky that it was one of those plates that weren't completely metal. It was wrapped in the rubber that hit me. And it took me a second to realize what had happened. I was more concerned with the fucking windshield that I just absolutely annihilated. And this thing is just sitting on top of the dash.
Oh my God.
Luckily, I didn't hit the car in front of me. So,
and you didn't die.
and I didn't die. So I pulled over on the side of the road, and mind you, he was supposed to pick it up that morning. And I called Kier when this happened. Kier, get at me if you remember when this happened, because it was one of Kier's customers. I'm sure he remembers the customer with the Red Explorer. Yes. And so I pulled over on the side of the road, and I got the plate off of the dash. And the reason that this happened was because he had his back seats folded down completely all the way up to the front seat.
Right.
Both rows in the back were folded flat. Had the other seats been up,
It wouldn't have jumped up.
it wouldn't have flown past me and into the windshield. So
Floon.
I folded all of the seats up and put it back in the back and made it to work without interruption. Needless to say, we put a windshield in this gentleman's car.
And you got a little bit of a workout moving those weights around.
The single plate. Yes, the single plate. But anyways, that was my story tying in with yours. But I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah, fun stuff. I'm surprised I haven't told that story here.
Nope.
But
No, yeah, I've never heard it.
That's such a California thing to say. No, yeah.
No, yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Anyway,
What's that guy from Star Trek that you're doing?
Jordy.
Star Trek?
Jordy?
I don't know. I don't watch that.
Norman will let us know if we're wrong.
That's
Jake has his headphones around his eyes.
Wait, isn't that the one who's the guy from Reading Rainbow?
Yes.
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 His name.
Oh.
Yes, that's him.
His name is
Phil Lamar.
Yes. No.
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 Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Odin.
I don't know anything about Star Trek.
Something
or,
Lamar. His last name is Lamar, isn't it?
Thought it was Phil.
It's not.
Phil Lamar.
I don't think.
You all are way fucking
it?
off.
LeVar Burton.
Lamar.
There it is. Good job.
Wow.
Very nice. Michael.
Lamar.
I'd like to let you all know that I wasn't looking at my phone. Anyway,
Porsche.
Porsche. Asshole. You know who else knows how to say
Tomato,
Porsche?
tomato.
Our sponsors.
Our fucking sponsors can say Porsche. Our sponsors like Nick Lowry from Matco Tools.
Hi, Eric. Hi. Do you
And
feel
our other
better?
sponsors, Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing, providing
and
us
Ray Moon
with Justice Brothers products.
from El Ranchito Taco Shop.
I didn't finish what I was saying. He interrupted.
Wow, you guys. I
And-
thought we were doing better.
What about his creamy guac?
So creamy.
Do you want his creamy guac in your mouth?
Last time that happened, my throat closed up.
hey, it wasn't entirely bad.
That could
No.
feel good.
He said it tasted good, though.
It does.
We are actually talking about guacamole, just to be serious. And we'd also like to thank Dale,
Spain.
Bruce,
Dale
Bruce.
Bruce Norm.
Dale Bruce Norton.
Hey, why don't you guys check out CustomerStatesPodcast.com?
And buy our merch.
You can see all about us. You can find all of our episodes. You can
Yeah.
see all of our cool T-shirts and hats and hoodies and merchandise stickers.
And soups and breads and cakes.
Why don't you
get all fat
Why don't you
and
email us?
Cakes.
Why don't you email us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com
Or don't.
And Allie's feet.
which also just happens to be our PayPal.
Or you
is?
can also pay Allie to see her feet.
Yeah.
But if you email us
Can't.
at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com,
to request to see her feet.
then you will also get some free stickers and business cards.
And possibly a picture of her feet.
Send us your listener mail. send us your voice memos for a chance to see Ali's feet?
I thought you were better than that.
I'm not.
Shout out to Ali's feet.
And with that, we say,
Ali's feet.
all right.
Make your feet say love you.
See you next week.
Bye,
Love
bitches.
you. Oh, you fucking... Love you.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.